waste. Oh, my days. Right. I have to come on here and talk about how I lost money. Man, these are the worst videos to make. It's like you lose a trade, you feel shit, and then you have to come on here and make a losing trade recap. It's not a lot worse than that. But regardless, get it done. Got to keep transparent and shit. So, I made a mistake today, and I should not have even been trading. That was the main issue. Like, if you guys are looking at these videos for advice or guidance, do not do anything I did today. You shouldn't have even been in the markets for one. So, we had federal funds rates releasing at 5 a.m. and we had FOMC speaking. We had a freaking press conference at 5 a.m. Obviously, the markets were going to be shit, and I should have been coming into the charts with that mentality that it's probably going to be average. But to be honest, I hadn't traded, and I think I was just way too keen to take a trade. I just wasn't being smart with it, to be fair. And so I ticked all my confidences on my strategy. Coming into the day, we had this big day opening gap that I knew we could potentially be looking to fill throughout this session. So I had a bullish bias to start off with. We came down, we took out London session lows, we took out Asian session lows, and we took out these random lows here. So this was my main draw on liquidity for the day. After we took those, I was happy to scale down into the 5-minute time frame and look for an entry. This was also a 4-hour imbalance here, so we came in, tapped into that, and then when the macro opened, we got a 5-minute leg up. So I was looking at this. I knew in the back of my mind that we had rates today, so I was pretty open to not trading. Look at this shit, man. Okay, I'll replay trading so you can see it a lot clearer. Bang. Macro opens, we get a leg up. From here, I was way too keen to take a trade. I knew we hadn't had a confluence yet, but I was looking for a retracement. We got a retracement on the next candlestick, comes down, fills in this 5-minute equilibrium, scaling down to 1-minute time frame. I mean, this just looks like shit in itself. I need a break of structure, which I got on this next candlestick, I believe. Yeah, we break structure of these highs. And then from here, we just kept getting legs up. I was pretty keen, saw an equilibrium retrace. We tap into this fair value gap. From here, all I really need to see is a rejection candle. I didn't enter off of this rejection candle here because we hadn't made it out of equilibrium yet, and I just wanted to use that as my confluence for the day. I wanted to see a leg. I very well could have entered and probably should have entered off of this candlestick here. However, just in the moment, cooked it, waited one candlestick too long. Didn't really matter. We were going to get stopped out anyway. I had stops in the exact same place, but it just gave us a bit of a worse risk to reward. Now, in terms of de-risking, I didn't de-risk in terms of monetary entry today. I still entered with my regular 3 contracts. However, I de-risked in my take profits. I had more conservative take profits than I usually would, and my TP1 was going to be at 1-hour equilibrium from these range highs to these range lows. To be honest, I didn't see us coming all the way up and taking out this hourly high up here, so I had that as a TP3. I had this as a TP1 for a 1.2 risk reward, and I had these 15-minute highs as a TP2 for about a 1 to 2, and then these for a 1 to 4. It wasn't bad. I managed my risk well. I wasn't holding anything insane for the day because I knew that we had that news releasing. And another reason that I entered this trade was because the S&P was ripping, and the S&P was already coming up to take out these highs. So I was looking at NQ thinking, wow, we are lagging way behind on NQ than we are ES. So I thought we were going to follow this with a big bullish reaction. It never actually occurred to me that if the S&P came up and took these highs, that NQ wouldn't at least come and take out equilibrium. To be fair, that is pretty wild. And the fact that ES did actually come up, end up taking out these highs and then getting legs down, the fact that NQ didn't even slightly move up was pretty wild. But regardless, we stuck to our strategy tick for tick today, and I can't be too mad. I tried to manage my risk, and I did manage my risk differently today, but just didn't work out. It was just one of those days in the charts, and to be honest, price action was just literal ass crack today. I mean, is this really a day you want to be trading? Hell no. The best thing that anyone could have done today is just stay out of the charts and accept that they might not make any money this session. So that was my mistake for the day. Yeah, overall, I'm not too fussed with it. I took a good entry. I was managing my risk well, and the fact that the S&P came up and took out these highs and NQ just didn't come up at all, it's pretty random. The sort of market analysis and technical analysis was definitely there, but just one of those days, like I said. So anyways, I'm going to jump off now because I need to trade GBP JPY, but good luck on the charts tonight, and hopefully I'll have a winning trade recap for you guys soon. Obviously haven't been pumping these out as much because I haven't been taking trades. Love.